Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate all your support. Hope you all having a fantastic day. Of course, shout out to the 19. So one of the things I've been thinking about from that first game that I find really, really concerning from a pure basketball standpoint that I wanted to talk about, and then interestingly enough, didn't get to it and saw another video of something that Stephanie White said. It's like, "Oh, that's perfect. That goes with the topic. I gotta bring that into play." Didn't get to it yesterday, and got another clip as a reminder, and I'm gonna shout out Coach Anderson for putting this out there because I had completely forgotten about it, and it is something Stephanie White was talking about, her introductory press conference. I want you to listen to this, and then we're going to play a clip from her recently, and we're gonna talk about the game. And, of course, what I am talking about, as you'll hear here, is something we didn't see that we already know, and I've talked about it many times. I've broken it down from her rookie year. Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston already the best pick and roll the WNBA has ever seen, ever seen. And there's so many different things. You can run an entire offense off of that pick and roll because there are so many different options that come into play when you do it effectively. And just that itself, with the players on that team and what Caitlin Clark brings as a point guard, is more than enough for a fantastic offense when you're also running every opportunity you get. And we didn't see. I think the most I saw someone mention was that maybe there were three. I can think of one that was really good, but maybe I'll give three. But think about that. Think how many possessions that they have. So I don't want to take it a listen to this. This is from Stephanie White's introductory press conference when she lied to get the job.
Anticipate what one another was going to do, how they facilitated with one another. But there's so much room for growth. And when you think about a Stockton and Malone, right? You think, I know you guys are too young for that reference. But when you think about the great point guards and post players that our game, not just our league, but our game has seen, they are going to go down in history as the greatest. And I'm excited about
They're going to go down in the history of the game as the greatest pick and roll combo, which, by the way, I would agree with Stephanie White on that. Just quick aside, reporters covering a professional basketball league in America, if they don't know the Stockton and Malone reference, they shouldn't be covering professional basketball in America. I'm just saying. So, as we know, we saw game one, non-existent part of the offense. Here she is talking about Stockton and Malone and saying that AB and Caitlin Clark will go down as the best pick and roll combo in history, and yet it was non-existent. Non-existent. Now listen to this. And yes, this is another thing that's so messy about the WNBA. The interviewer here is an owner of another team who also happens to be the owner that has said, "We don't want Caitlin Clark fans in our league. They not like us. Y'all not like us." Such a messy league, so much cleaning up to do. But anyway, take a quick listen to what Stephanie White says now.
To that point, I've watched a lot of Aliyah Boston and Unrivaled even coming into this, and she is such a powerhouse that I think, like, I know she's going to be happy to have Caitlin back because that was one of the high targets in the league of that two-man game. So what does that look like now? Even Raven moving Caitlin off the ball, having a two-man game with Aliyah Boston, like you have a lot of weapons, and people sometimes don't realize like that's when like the coaches now it's your job to mesh that whole thing together and make it work.
Yeah, I think creating space for C and AB to do what they do in the two-man game, you probably aren't going to see it necessarily on the first side of the floor anymore. Everybody's game plan is ready for that. I think playing through AB as a hub and inverting some of those actions. I mean, she showed last year that she can be a point forward, so to speak. I mean, she handled a lot of our ball handling duties with Caitlin off the floor. We want to play through her. We want those two to be able to play off of one another, but we also got to create space for Kelsey Mitchell. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell is an elite guard who can get her shot off at any time, who can get downhill, who can create matchup problems, who can create rotations to allow Aliyah and Caitlin's job.
I loathe everything about this woman. She is a despicable, low down, dirty, lying snake. And I don't give a crap what Slurp FC out there sucking her off doing. I don't care. I'm sick of that crap. You cannot sit here and put all the other crap aside. You cannot sit here and tell me that this is a good basketball coach, that she's going to sit there at a press conference and talk about it being the greatest pick and roll team in the history, talk about Stockton and Malone. By the way, Renee Montgomery, who you know I've been hard on, I'm going to give her here more credit here than Stephanie White, talking about the pick and roll with AB and Caitlin Clark and putting Raven off the ball. And what does Stephanie White do? Oh, well, yeah, the pick and roll, it's nonstop. It's unstoppable even when they know it's coming. But because they know it's coming, we're going to make it easy on the other teams, do them a favor, and we're not going to run it. But hey, you know what? We're gonna make AB the hub, so she'll be the point forward. Screw Caitlin Clark, and let's get the ball to Kelsey Mitchell. I can't with these people anymore. I just like this is so unbelievably insane to me that this woman is coaching the Indiana Fever, that this woman is coaching Caitlin Clark. You have got to be kidding me. This is disgusting. Again, are you going to sit here and tell me all those people, and by the way, a lot of them were the same Slurp FCs, pardon my language, I got worked up with simping for Stephanie White, if that sounds a little better. Are you going to tell me? Because Chrissy Sides initially said things similar to this, paint touches, taking long twos. How is this not worse than that? Where are the calls from Slurp FC to get rid of Stephanie White for sitting here and saying, oh, the pick and roll with AB is the greatest thing that you'll ever see in the history of basketball? Well, we're not going to run it because other teams know, right? She's just constantly doing the opposition a favor. Well, the other team's game plan is to get the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands. So what we're going to do is just get the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands. The most unstoppable offensive choice, play, system that we have is Caitlin Clark and AB running the pick and roll. But you know what? We're not going to do that because the other team expects it. And they don't want us to do it. So we're going to do them a favor and not do it. But hey, we'll make AB basically our point guard. And we'll make sure she gets the ball to Kelsey Mitchell. There was no Caitlin Clark in that equation. AB is going to facilitate. She's the hub. She's the point forward. And let's make sure we get to Kelsey Mitchell the ball because Stephanie White sounds like she wants to marry Kelsey Mitchell. She seems to have a thing for the type. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for, but y'all know what I'm saying. You know what's wild? What's crazy is I'm hearing a lot of people talking about Cheryl Reeve, and I wonder with some of the things Cheryl said, though, when it comes down to her being a coach on the court, if Caitlin Clark was on her team, I wonder what we would get because Olivia Miles looks more Caitlin Clark than Caitlin Clark already, like one game in. And people are noticing and they're saying that, and they're talking about the pick and roll that they're getting with um, Olivia Miles and Minnesota and how that is looking. And it looks good, y'all. It looks really, really good. It looks Caitlin Clark like, to be fair. Yeah, so it's absolutely wild. So obviously stuff has to change, and people are still going to have to be. Yeah, we got to keep calling it out. I don't know what else to say at this point. I'll probably get some more. I'll get some film and I'll break it down a little more and stuff. But I really just wanted to vent a little bit, but also bring this to your attention. Let's see what you all think about this. Again, plain as day. You heard it. Stephanie White press conference, introductory press conference. Yeah, Stockton and Malone. That's AB and Clark will go down as the best. Renee Montgomery actually points out how good it is. And Stephanie White completely deflects. She's like, oh, yeah, but they know it's coming, so you probably aren't going to see it. And AB will be the hub. She'll be the point forward, so she's going to have the ball, and we'll get it to Kelsey Mitchell. This is absolute insane BS. Stephanie White's got to go or Caitlin Clark has to go. It's one or the other. They cannot both stay here, fire her, get Mark Jackson in, get Larry Bird in. The money's there now. Attract this team. And y'all, I know I'm going to get the sexist, misogynist stuff, but bottom line is this is a messy league, and this team needs a strong, agenda-free, narrative-free, wants to win male coach who understands what Caitlin Clark is. And by the way, I'll make exceptions, but they won't do it, right? You want to bring back Lisa Bluter? If she would do it, great. Cheryl Miller, please, please, Cheryl Miller, coach this team. Okay? Now y'all can feel a little bit better. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, appreciate you checking out the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Go have the day you deserve. Shout out to the 19. I will talk to you later.